资的朋友，大家好，我是瀚亚投资行销企划部的主管邱可君。今天很高兴呢，来跟大家聊一聊高收益债券基金的投资的解密哦。那今天大家应该很知道哦，现在市场的行情，今年年初呢到7月底为止，我们的高收益债指数大概上涨了有超过12%哦。那许多呢握有这个高收益债券基金的投资人不免要问，这个时候呢，我现在是不是还继续可以持有高收益债券基金？那未来的市场又怎么看呢？我们从投信、投顾公会的这个资料可以看得出来哦。其实不管是从境外基金或是境内基金整体的规模来看哦，其实国人现在持有高收益债券的基金的整体规模已经超过1兆。那可见呢，高收益债券基金呢，的确是国人投资的最爱。那我们要怎么来看这个市场呢？今天呢，我们很高兴的呢，请到我们保诚集团美国资产管理公司固定收益部的投资总监M.Burns， 他同时呢也是我们瀚亚全球高收益债券基金的海外投资顾问，以及我们瀚亚美国高收益债券基金的经理人。那我们很高兴的来请教他。
So the U.S. High yield market is attractive for many reasons. One, the U.S. currency is attractive. Investors are seeking safe harbor, and the U.S. economy is a place to get that. So the U.S. currency tends to appreciate. The U.S. economy is also growing faster than most developed economies. If you look globally, growth is hard to find. The U.S. economy is a big growing market, and investors are attracted to that. And then finally, just the size of the U.S. market. The U.S. high yield market is far larger than any other high yield market. It has more liquidity. It has bigger breadth of opportunity, bigger investment set for investors, and it appeals widely with a 6.5% yield in a low yielding environment.
So the second question is about what benefits to be a long-term high yield bond investor. Why?
Well, the U.S. High yield asset class is very interesting. If you look over the last 15 years, among fixed income assets, it's performed exactly like you would think. It's had more volatility but more return than other fixed income. So for an investor who wants more return, willing to take more risk, it's a great asset. But it becomes very interesting when you compare it to equities. Over the last 15 years, whether you compare it to U.S. equities or global equities, U.S. high yield has had more return with significantly less risk over that time. So we're not saying that investors are going to give up on equities, but we think high yield is a unique place in the investor's portfolio.
The question is about to be a long-term high yield bond investor. Can we ignore the short-term volatility? Why?
Well, as a fund manager, I don't want to completely ignore volatility, but I do think it's important to recognize where return comes from in high yield. If you look at the long run, in equities, your return comes from your price movement. So dividends play a very small role. Price movement in the market plays a big role. So you can't afford to ignore volatility in that market. However, in the high yield market, the vast majority of return comes from the income from the interest. So price movements, while they may move up and down over time, play a very, very small role in the long term for high yield investors.
刚刚总结 Curt 的几个结论，我们可以发现哦，高收益债券的确是一个非常非常好的这个投资的资产类别哦。为什么这么说呢？因为在同等的这个相同的这个报酬底下，它的波动值呢，的确是比其他的资产，相较于美国或者是全球的股票型呢，它其实的波动度呢是相对的比较低的哦。那所以在这个时间点哦，尤其在现在低利率甚至负利率的环境底下，我们的高收益债券基金还可以提供很好的一些投资的优势，包括高的殖利率，还有稳定的票息收入等等。所以呢，非常推荐呢各位投资人呢，把高收益债券基金纳为这个核心资产之一。
投资一定有风险，基金投资有赚有赔，申购前请详阅公开说明书。